Okay,
So this is another one of these poems from the 90s, and it's called City of One. A group of senior party officials and prison guards sit around a poker table enjoying cigars and Chateau Nouveau Britain. The warden, in an expansive mood, clears his throat, belches and farts all at the same time. He screams in a whining, needle-like whisper. Reedy, moist spray of spittle formed cloud mist, fog before head. Midst pot of gold rainbow, man's voice speaks. Ah, boys, I've only known 3 women in my life. Me mother, me sister, and me other sister. Here's to 'em. Woman, man, God's fruit of the earth, staggering to yon corner. Der warden pisses down a spy hole into and onto some poor hapless matey's bunk inmate cell. Circling back to table as Dr. 12, in an attempt to pour the pitcher of beer into his quaffing cup, lets large vessel sprawl o'er her side. Tidal wave, swing quickly as ducks rise all about, waterfall, jump and grapple to bring lips, mouths to put position catch, foamed hoppy liquid, when as the trickle turns to flood, falls along the edge of old oaken table. Sturdy men, steady men, men of distinction, all break into song. The obscure India raga that bellows forth falls on fallow feeling fellow flecks of foul fee upon his face. Oi, by gar, them Hindis are gonna pay someday. My God, them that do this no pay, you swing, swollen member right. Oh, the glorious sunset, dark of night. Nay, thee come and come, I welcome thee to my bosom. But in his stark, dark white cell, pacing and cursing this, the luck to be beneath a group of Hindi loggers on the town 4-day drunk spree. But one locked trunk, carry, walk, roll, calm floor, a foot at foot, of bed, fall off couch, new house, the loneliest prison in the world will be as a paradise. I was young, an artist, not an animal. The museum and its school corrupt, like the biblical temple, overrun by money changers. That place I could not abide and gave it wide berth. I sought to leave the plural and go to the city of one. The desert stood before me, the desert all around. You desire to go to the desert? I bring it with me. You, a priest, a priestess of the church. I am that church. Down to his knees, scabrous, puffy legs he sunk. Sunk, finger metal, caress metal, kiss metal slowly. That's a wrap, but heedless car, film, wagon, town, plane, scent, feeling, pull out, pull out. So that's what's called City of One. Now this one is something to do with inism. It might answer, some of these questions people have, like, what is inism? What does inism mean? So this one is, pray, dear and gentle questioner, as you may or may not know, that I have been for some years one of the mainstays of the American Innis movement. And by that I mean America Norte. But come a time that we must gather up ourselves and move on. A little further on, up the road, I say to leave my present Innis colleagues. Bye-bye is a mixed bag, a sad and happy departure. Old, sick, confused of mind, lost somewhere in the Northwest Passage. Now I find an exit. I simply must take it and divest myself of the odd paper hanging about the house. Bye-bye, Paul Lambert, king of the North American Innie, now retired. So maybe I should look in the other thing.
All right. How far can I go here? Oh,
Oh no, that's perfectly fine.
oh no. Hold on, let me stop.
I brought several of these folders that most of this writing is handwritten
Yeah,
and it's not typed, and it's also multiple pages, and some of it is that other stuff, you know. So it's really easier to read the stuff that's typed.
right.
Well, here, oh, yeah, I think I posted this on that absurd poetry, you know, group. But anyway, it's called, parentheses, not Ed Norton. So I'm in a big round bucket, or more like a bathtub, that's slowly turning, and half my head is getting thwacked by a flexible rubber paddle each rotation. This is taking place in a huge Home Depot warehouse-like type place. I hear a voice shouting, "Norton, Norton, shut it off already for Christ's sake." And it's a character actor from the movies who is, I suppose, playing Jackie Gleason to my Ed Norton. Only he looks nothing like Jackie Gleason. So then he disappears and I'm standing on the other side of the big machine. It's like 16 feet tall, asking him, what's he up to? Because I think I hear him talking on the other side. I'm saying, hey, what's happening? I'm just looking for a place to catch a little shut-eye. And I think I hear him talking, but then the dream zooms in on a little piece of plastic caught in the machine that's fluttering, making a low voice-like noise, a whisper, or like a bunch of doves. So that one was nice, and then it was...
Yeah, I think, yeah, you did post that because I remember reading it. No, the way, I don't know, the narrative goes along and it changes mid-sentence sometimes into something else, and, you know, and it has its own, I don't know, logic to it. I don't know what I'm saying. I
Well,
like it.
This, I did have, you know, I don't really write very many poems. You know, like I think I've only written 4 poems this year.
Yeah,
And it's basically September.
right.
So what's that, one poem every 2 months? And 3 of the poems are just 1 page or less poems.
Yeah.
So anyway, some of these poems, like if I wrote like 6 poems, you know, in 1 year, this one's called Blue Sky. I remember at the 1996 Hawaiian Conference, Internazionale Novatrice Infinitesimale Waikiki 96. It was on the 5th day, the beach in conversation, she spoke of her French skills. I was very excited. As it happened, it has always been my personal dream to share the thrust forward, to break through, the leap ahead, to fall and fall into the infinite, and lunge out of the lounge chair, crawl away, you know, freeway traffic, passing cars, trucks, to have as a member of the movement someone bilingual. I went to the 9 bachelors to discuss approaching her innermost penetralia, surreptitiously, bilingualism. I had little or no support. Many objections were raised. The manner was tabled. Laughing mummers, all their number decline. At present, the group continues to receive and scrutinize communique that no one can read. I pressed for a plan to develop a step-by-step program to solve this problem. The groupless core of 9 bachelor nerds who formed the Central Committee of the North American Indie Group dissolved into small sub-factions of factions. One common theme developed. It was the abandonment of the idea of the movement. Last stop, everybody out, the end, finito. The final manifesto, beginning with the phrase, "It was bound to fail, to fall apart. If I never see these people till the day I die, to say goodbye with the loudest raspberry in the midst of my final death rattle. The darkened room rent with a thunderclap noise. Had Scotch lords mined my home? Was I dying now? One by one tiki gods pitched forward. The grim faces of my comrades in the flickering torchlight. Upclined visages listened to the rolling booms intermixed with the high falsetto of the Hawaiian ukulele player. His voice fills the room. I propose a series of ceremonies, medals, awards, devices to hold the ground upon where we bled, torn, screamed, struggled, broken bones, fought, wasted fortunes, so long and hard, stripped, the beat of pagan drums, atop the table twirl as my lovely assistant, Dr. 12, clad in floral print speedos, hands me my sword unsheathed, fangs bared, leaping, squatting, addressing my fellow conventionaires in low guttural moans, dripping lips, drool saliva. In my moment of triumph, out of the corner of my eye, I see the tiki gods stand aright. Sparkling multicolored lights play about their teeth and eyes. Spirit hungers. Pele smiles. It was the last day. And by the way, I have had this idea that it'd be nice to have somebody in the group besides the professors, the French professors, who knew, you know, like you know Latin, but I thought it'd be handy to know French or Italian or Spanish, but be that as it may, I have had some of the poems translated into Spanish. I hired the Doug Foran, the translator. I think they were published in Berenice,
Oh yeah.
but I actually paid for that. So, weirdly enough, all these, there must be other folders. Oh, I just went through one folder. No, I think I went through both folders.
Oh.
Anyway, there must be other folders, but
Well, let's take a break.
those are the only folders I came up with.
Okay.